2K Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From the pristine grounds of TPC Sawgrass, our opening round coverage of the Players' Championship is about to begin. Hi everyone, I'm Andrew Catalon, alongside 2002 PGA champion Rich Beem. Luke Elvey with us as well, and we've got Henny Koyak and John McCarthy down on the course. Rich, there's a lot of money on the line this week. It's the Players' Championship at TPC Sawgrass. Take me through this course.
Yeah, and none of the players will actually admit that they're going to be a little nervous about that money, but I promise they are. It's just a different golf course. There's no shot that really fits your eye. You have a tee box pointing one direction, a landing area that's a different direction, and a green that sits even more cattywampus than that. It's a golf course you have to have a lot of imagination at and not be afraid to hit the big bender and pull off some of the funkier shots, because you're going to be presented with them quite a few times around here. It's a goofy golf course that linear golfers such as PGA Tour players don't necessarily like.
At 8 under par. That's a great position to be in after that approach. Well, this would be really nice to get a birdie opportunity. The putt goes in, and that cushion is getting wider.
Well, as you start to head for home here at TPC Sawgrass, you're blessed with this wonderful par 3 13.
So many different levels to this green. On the par 3, playing 181 yards from the back. You can get it close. You can even make a hole in one. But watch out, if you hit the wrong spot on the green, it'll be difficult to two-putt from there.
This would be a great up and down from this spot. Well, that's an impressive little chip. And down it goes. Let's head to the next. Our leader is building a massive advantage, now 7 strokes ahead of the field. Plenty of trouble around this golf course. The 14th, the par 4, represents a number of that.
If you hit it down the left-hand side, the golf ball will chase a long way, but you'll be blocked out by some trees. You hit it out to the right, you're going to be on top of a mound, but you'll have a really good idea of what's in front of you. This hole historically plays as one of the toughest ones on the back 9, and it's all because of where that green sits. It sits from right to left with a decent amount of movement in it. It is not straightforward at all. This hole causes players all kinds of problems.
A bit low on that one. And just about 8 feet left to the hole. That's got to be frustrating. Hit such a great approach shot in, but wasn't able to convert. Now 7 strokes up after that hole.
We've hit the par 5, 16th hole.
Ideally, players want to take their tee shots from right to left. Start off that fairway bunker and move it left back in the fairway. Anything down the left-hand side can get caught up into those trees and really cause players issues with their layup. You find the fairway, now you have a massive decision to make. Go for it or bail out to the left, thinking that's the safe play. It really is not. You have to be brave and try and find this green with your second shot. If not, it could come up and bite you.
How about that shot? The chip drops.
Whoa, a bit shaky on this hole, but what a way to save his par.
After that hole, he still has the top spot on the leaderboard. Time for the tee shot at 18.
Par 4, 462 yards, and you're going to find out what kind of player you are when you tee off here. How brave are you? How much do you trust your swing? If you find the fairway, that's a great start, but the second shot awaits.
And the finishing touch on a busy day on the course. And folks, at the end of this first round, he's going to find himself in first place. Not bad, Rich.
Who doesn't like to be the leader? It's always good. Remember the first round, you'd rather have it the last round though, but I gotta say, good start.
Well, that'll do it for us today. For our entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Andrew Catalan saying so long, and we'll see you next time. Get set for the dramatic season-long race for the FedEx Cup, presented by 2K Sports and the PGA Tour. Welcome back to second round action of the Players' Championship. Hi again, everyone. I'm Andrew Catalan. Great to be back with you. And Rich, as we get set for this second round, our featured player is at the top of the leaderboard.
It's always good to be leading after the first day, but listen, you got a lot of golf left to go. Let's not get too excited yet. Let's appreciate yesterday, but we need to move on.
Not a bad result right there.
Strong play, going for it.
On the green in 2. How about that?
Always like the aggressive play, going for it in 2 and getting rewarded for it.
7 feet to the cup.
Looking for another birdie here.
Padding that lead. Wow, what a start.
Fantastic start right out of the gate.
Oh, just drifting in there with a little bit of fade on it. Lovely.
Got some work to do with this putt.
Okay, starting out to the left. This one's going to swing back.
Here's one to walk away with a par. Our featured player likes the way the leaderboard is shaking out, currently in first place. That's a good one to build momentum on. That's a really nice approach shot.
Already had a few birdies today. Another opportunity for another one. Let's take a look.
Man, that was close. A par putt coming up. Just an empty feeling when you hit an approach shot like that, Rich, but still come away with a par.
Now on the tee of the 5th hole, the par 4.
Huge mounding down the left-hand side that you want to avoid at all costs. The bunker down the right-hand side, to be fair, is not that bad, but a little further right of that, though, that's the water. You want no part of it. Second shot is downhill to a green. To be fair, that's mostly flat, runs from back left to front right, but one of the more benign greens on this layout.
Oh, that's a clutch par.
It was nice to see that go in because it has been pretty darn ugly up to this point.
Well, I like the look of the line here. This should find the fairway. And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
And from around 135 yards.
This putt is about 8 feet. And that putt will drop, and he'll extend his lead.
Setting the tone early in this round.
Well, it's an impressive 7-stroke lead as we head to the next tee. Teeing off here at the 7th.
Par 4, 451 yards, all sorts of danger down the left-hand side. Hit your tee shot out to the right. Second shot, find the green, 2-putt, and sprint to the tee on the 8th.
John, have you got a read on this one? What's it going to do?
This one's going pretty hard to the right.
And that putt will drop. Well done.
No change atop the leaderboard after that hole. pulling hybrid out of the bag. This putt is from way out there. This one starting out right. This putt is for par, and it would be a big one. Let's move on to the next hole, but before we do, he is up by 7 shots on the leaderboard. That will definitely work. That's how you take on a par 5.
2 big hits there, knocking it on this par 5 and 2.
Time to check in with Max Homa. What's he got in store for us here? This one looks like it's come out pretty clean.
Okay, time now to get back to live play. Gonna really have to hit this one.
Starts off looking good.
And it drops.
I could watch this one all day. Who would have thought that would go in?
Taking a look at the leaderboard, he's got the lead. Halfway through, and they are in first place entering the weekend.
Well, you always want to see your name on top of the leaderboard, don't you? Still a lot of golf left to play. Chasing pack not far behind.
So that will do it for today. For Rich Beam, Luke Elvey, and our entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Andrew Catalon. We'll see you next time. .2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is thrilled to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. It's a big day, moving day at the Players' Championship. I'm Andrew Catalon. Thanks for being with us on this beautiful day. We hope you got a good night's sleep because this is a pivotal round coming up. All the thrilling action is right here on 2K Sports. John, what does his lie look like?
Well, shouldn't have too much trouble getting out of here, fellas. It's ended up in a pretty decent lie, all things considered.
And the mindset now is to get up and down from here. Oh, that looked good. Needs this putt to save par and save momentum. And as we head to the next hole, our featured player is up by 1. That's going to work nicely for him.
You know, Andrew, I think he's going to go for this one.
What a great shot on the par 5, on and 2.
Using all of his muscles to get that one home in 2.
Okay, John, what do you see with this putt?
Looks like this one's going left to right.
Okay, a quick look at the leaderboard, and it's a 5-shot advantage for our leader. He really got behind that one. The mission is simple here. He has to get up and down. Those are the shots you practice over and over at the range. And after that hole, our featured player still atop the leaderboard.
Opting for the 6-iron. Second shot here on their 13th hole. Nice soft hands around the green. What a skill to have. He'll like the look at where he's standing on this leaderboard. Time to take a look at what this par 4 might be in order.
If you hit it down the left-hand side, the golf ball will chase a long way, but you'll be blocked out by some trees. You hit it out to the right, you're going to be on top of a mound, but you'll have a really good idea of what's in front of you. This hole historically plays as one of the toughest ones on the back nine, and it's all because of where that green sits. It sits from right to left with a decent amount of movement in it. It is not straightforward at all. This hole causes players all kinds of problems.
Wow, that's an incredible drive.
He's setting up for his second shot. This one looks to be on a pretty good line.
And this is why we think this player is going to be world class. To produce that against Max Homa, wow, wow, wow.
That's the type of swing you want to take with you every time out. I love the aggressive play and still a chance for birdie. That is a very useful shot with par back in play. As we check out how things stand, our leader has a 6-shot cushion.
The lead is getting bigger and bigger.
He hits a beauty at 17, and now a chance for birdie.
Nearly doesn't get any better than that. Amazing shot.
Quick glance at the leaderboard, and he is up by 6. That's a really nice shot. Second shot here at 18. Okay, nothing spectacular, but safe. 13 feet to the cup. Come on. A par to wrap things up on 18. 3 rounds in the books, and we're set up for a dramatic finish tomorrow.
It is a satisfying position to be on top of the leaderboard through 3 rounds.
Just a phenomenal day. We can't wait to do it again. For Rich Beam, Luke Elvey, our entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Andrew Catalan. Thanks for watching. It's time to prepare for the dramatic season-long race for the FedEx Cup, brought to you by 2K Sports and the PGA Tour. This will be a historic day for one player. It's the final round of the prestigious Players' Championship. Hi, everyone. I'm Andrew Catalan. Welcome back. Rich, the final round is underway, and our featured player is in the final pairing today.
Yes, got the lead, and things looking pretty steady for him. Should be a really good day of golf ahead of us.
Those are the shots you practice at the range over and over, and boy, does it pay off here. A 3-foot putt. Wow, you hit an approach shot like that and still come away with a par. That is a bummer. Time for the tee shot at the par 5.
Par 5, 558 yards long. Avoid the fairway bunkers on the left-hand side, and you might have a hope of going for it in 2. However, you better be brave and you better know what you're doing, because this green will call you out on the second shots if you're not careful.
Pacing is such an important part of putting. It was off right there. Henny, you're right there. What can you tell us about the putt?
Setting up this putt 9 feet from the cup.
That's a rough one, a 3-putt par on this hole. Our featured player still sits atop the leaderboard. And Rich, we've seen this before. The player was in a similar area yesterday.
Yes, and let's hope it's not a similar results as yesterday.
Here's a par putt. As we move on to the next hole, our featured player has a 6-shot lead.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. And this has been a hole he's unable to take advantage of so far for this event. And he's down there. You got a read?
I've got it going left to right.
Just a 4-footer remaining. And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole. And a par 4 awaits at this next hole.
If you hit it down the left-hand side, the golf ball will chase a long way, but you'll be blocked out by some trees. You hit it out to the right, you're going to be on top of a mound, but you'll have a really good idea of what's in front of you. This hole historically plays as one of the toughest ones on the back nine, and it's all because of where that green sits. It sits from right to left with a decent amount of movement in it. It is not straightforward at all. This hole causes players all kinds of problems.
Going with the 7. Well, that's the perfect shape. Just controlling a fade. That got a little out of control, I think.
And looking for the fade, but finding the straight shot. Not good.
And that'll see him remain in the same spot on the leaderboard.
Now to the 16th hole, a par 5.
Fun-filled adventure waits. Find the fairway, and let's see how brave you are. Do you want to take on the second shot and try and knock it on the green? Of course you do. But watch out. Lots of water awaiting a wayward second.
And that counts. That's the 5th birdie of the day. We have a par 3 on this one.
When you play here in a practice round, it looks like you could just throw it on there. But when you're in a tournament round, it doesn't even look like it exists. The hole changes so much when the tournament starts. That's what I love about it. You just add 35,000 people who are having some fun and ready to heckle you if you knock it in the water. Good luck. Enjoy.
Here's a bogey putt. As we move on to the next hole, it's a 3-shot cushion for our leader. We've hit the 18th hole. It's a par 4.
It's just one of the most difficult, visually intimidating holes I think you'll ever face in your life. Somehow, try and hit it down the right-hand side of the fairway, keep it out of the rough, and from there, hit it out to the right-hand side of the green somehow.
The king of TPC Sawgrass, our featured player, wins the Players' Championship.
And outlasting the strongest field on the PGA Tour. Great win.
What a tremendous win for our featured player. And Henny, I feel that the rivalry gave them a little bit of extra juice to close out this win.
Oh, undoubtedly, Andrew. I was so impressed with this player, not only for the level of golf they put on display, but the level of confidence. It's onwards and upwards from here.
We had so much fun out there today. Thank you for joining us. For all of us at 2K Sports, we'll see you soon.